portion of sprayed pesticides reach their target. The rest drift out of control.
We watched the tape about other pesticides on the mainland. Some people are getting very sick, and they think that is caused by pesticides. After the video, we talked about it.
Yeah, but then like when you eat something, you don't really think about like what type of things are on it. But now watching this film, it makes you really think about like things that are on food. I mean, like
and like those are the stuff that's supposed to be good for you too. And parents force you to eat it. And I know. And you might as well just go and get junk food. It's not as bad for you.
But I wonder, does even junk food have pesticides in it? Holly and Julie were interested in the health effects of Heptachlor, so they went to see a doctor who was working on the subject.
Well, I'm Grant Stemmerman, and I work with the Cancer Center of Hawaii, and I'm a pathologist interested in the causes of cancer. And I have been interested in insecticides, and particularly Heptachlor, ever since we had our big accident in some years back. And I think we can maybe talk about that and see what it was and whether it constitutes a danger to us. What do you think Heptachlor is? Is it a poison? Is it a...
It's a pesticide that poisons ants.
yeah, when it gets in the body, it's called Heptachlor epoxide.
Yeah.
That's after it...
That's after
it's metabolized.
Yeah.
Called Heptachlor epoxide. Now, supposing an ant eats Heptachlor and it dies, okay? Well, that being the case, that if it's poisonous to ants, it might be poisonous to other living things, all right?
Well, one of the reasons for studying Heptachlor is that many insecticides have been identified as sources of cancer, both in the experimental animal and perhaps even in humans. Now, there are two ways in which cancer can be caused by something. One is to have it as a direct cause of cancer. That is known as a carcinogen. Another role that a substance might have is as a promoter. In other words, it does not cause cancer itself, but it can magnify the effects of a weak carcinogen and make it into a strong one.
Is it true that if the mother is exposed to, while she's pregnant, she is exposed to too much Heptachlor, something can happen to the fetus?
In fact, that's one of the things that we have to investigate. We know, for instance, that in certain animals that the babies of those animals, if they are poisoned with Heptachlor, have a very poor chance of survival.
Did you have any children at the time of the contamination?
As a matter of fact, I did. I have a girl who is now 9 years of age who was exposed when she was a baby to Heptachlor through her mother. So far, she's fine. Let's hope she stays that way. Okay?
Julie and Holly, we're going to just do a quick 30-second review of anatomy. Point to the liver, Julie. Yeah. Where are the kidneys?
They're behind.
They're over behind. They're in the back. Yeah, right against us on either side of the spinal cord, right. And what's the central nervous system?
The brain and the spine.
Brain and the spinal cord together, right.
Julie and Holly went to see another doctor, Will Butler, who's practiced medicine in Hawaii for 37 years.
Those are the three main organs that are damaged by Heptachlor: central nervous system, liver, and kidney.
Do you know of anyone that was affected by Heptachlor?
The literature does contain a few cases where people using Heptachlor as a spray or in agriculture got huge acute doses all at once, and they have convulsions almost immediately. But we're more concerned with the long-term effects of low-level Heptachlor exposure, and it takes time to find those. We don't know what's going to happen 10 years or 20 years from now with the people who were exposed here in Hawaii in 81 and 82. But we have reason to fear that something might happen to them adverse. You folks have undoubtedly seen pictures of fetuses. This is a fetus pretty near term, ready to be delivered. Now, of all human beings, The fetus, the unborn baby, is the most sponge-like. The tissues absorb substances more easily, more quickly, and they're more likely to be damaged by substances. So in a sense, the very vulnerable fetus is grabbing heptachlor and in that sense shielding or protecting its mother from the effects of some of the heptachlor. And even after birth, in nursing and removing heptachlor in the fat part of the mother's milk, the nursing baby continues to protect the mother in the sense that it's helping the mother at least to get rid of the heptachlor burden. And our concern is much greater for children and for unborn children.